stand by me. In the midst of persecution, stand by me. In the midst of persecution, stand by me. When my foes in battle array undertake to stop my way, I will say, Paul and Silas, stand by me. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When I'm growing old and feeble, stand by me. When my life becomes a burden and I'm nearing chilly Jordan, oh, thou lily of the valley, stand by me. All right, 56. Stand up for Jesus was right next door to that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
56. 56. I am thine, O Lord, I have heard thy voice, and it's all my love to thee. But I long to rise in the arms of faith and be closer drawn to thee. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to the precious bleeding side. Consecrate me now to thy service, Lord, by the power of grace divine. Let my soul look up with a steadfast hope, and my will be lost in thine. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to thy precious bleeding side. Oh, the pure delight of a single love, that before thy throne I stand. When I kneel in prayer and with thee, my God, I commit as friend with friend. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to the precious bleeding side. There are depths of love that I cannot know till I cross the narrow sea. There are heights of joy that I may not reach till I rest in peace with thee. Draw me nearer, nearer, blessed Lord, to the cross where thou hast died. Draw me nearer, 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 blessed Lord, to thy precious bleeding side. All right. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, me. Thank me and Judy.
Thank you, boys.
And the rest. All right. It's good to see everybody here. Microphone. I got it.
At least you can hear it.
All right. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to read to you some of our emails
Picture shirt.
and maybe a couple of our letters and the phone calls that come in. We've gotten a lot of them in the last several days. These are people that call us and write to us from around the country. They are people that see us on the internet 24 hours a day. We're on the internet round the clock. And these are people from all over the world. And then we get to people that see us on the TV in about 200 different towns and cities, from the East Coast to the West Coast, all up and down the Eastern Seaboard and the Western Seaboard, and all over the Midwest, Kansas, all over Texas, California, New York. And these are, some of them have been writing us for a while. Dan Ide, I-H-D-E, I believe it's Ide, commented on your video, The Boundary of the Beast. Who you worship is your God, and the beast, Totherion, is neuter gender. Dan writes, might there be anything significant from the fact that 70 years from the time Israel became a nation in 1948 will be next year, 2018? I realize this is a complicated subject, but I just realized this and can't recall hearing you mention this before. Thank you. Well, I don't believe 1948 has anything to do with 2018 because these are man declared Israel a nation 1948, not God. When did he declare them a nation? I don't know. And I don't believe anybody knows when God declared it. They became a nation for the first time in 2,600 years. That's why I don't bring that up, because I've had 100 people at least mention this, and it's because I don't know that you can say Israel became a nation in 1948 in the eyes of God. That takes a lot more talk. Then another comment from Vela Mentor on the king and his prophet Hezekiah and Isaiah. God kills 185,000 Assyrian soldiers. I was told the rock was representative of Jesus giving water, living water. Well, that's true everywhere you find it in the Old Testament. Thank you for writing. Then somebody writes a letter on a comment on predestination, prophecy, separating from unbelief, calculus. 8-string 100 commented, how can anyone take this man serious, talking about me, when he wears a shirt like that? Reminds me of Punchy on the Hawaiian Punch commercials of the 1960s. Okay, what can I say about that? I used to wear real dull-looking shirts against this board, and a guy used to come here and said, you got to wear bright shirts so they'll show up against the board. I like solid color shirts. I don't really like busy shirts. I've got some that are busy, but I try not to wear them very much. I believe the solid colors won't boggle your mind so much. I don't know whether that was a comment or a compliment or what it was.
He wrote again.
Huh?
He wrote again.
He wrote again. Was he insulting me or what? No, he insulted me. Gosh, why don't you send me a bunch of size medium shirts that would look good on the TV and that would show up against the whiteboard, okay?
Your shirt's not going to get him into heaven one way or the other.
Huh?
Your shirt's not going to get him into heaven one way or the other.
Well, my shirts are not going to tell you anything other than the fact I don't wear a fancy suit. Shirts are a lot cheaper than a fancy suit. I don't wear a three-piece suit, and I don't like that because those are used to show off. This is from Brian Sanders. Hello, God bless you, Jim. This is Brian and Erica Sanders from Pittsburgh. Hope all is well. I just wanted to write you and let you know that for those members that can afford a set, of McClintock and Strong, it's available on Amazon in digital form and can be downloaded on a phone, computer, or tablet. There are 6 downloads, at each of them costs $2.99 a piece. Erica has noticed a few minor spelling typos, but it is an entire 12-volume set. We absolutely love attending church with you a few weeks ago, and I'm looking forward to coming back again as soon as we are able. God bless you in Jesus' name. Brian and Erica Sanders in Pennsylvania. We were familiar with those sets you can get online. I prefer books. I want to read a book. I sit down and study my books. I like the books. Then Ricky Jenkins from Oklahoma, a very faithful watcher and listener. Greetings, Agapatos family. That's beloved family. Much love coming your way from Oklahoma City. Dearest under shepherd, guardian of Yahweh's flock. My dearest Mr. Brown, I have 2 questions for you. The first being the most important. How might I help you to carry this heavy load of the ecclesia, even if it be a minute? Upon viewing videos of the picnic, I can see the telling signs of weary under shepherd. My dear Mr. Brown, God has used you so wonderfully and mightily in my life. How indeed does one repay such a gift? Please allow, even if it be small, let me help you with the load, please. I wouldn't have any idea what to ask you to do. Somebody called the other day and said, I'll come over there and answer phone for you. I said, this is my home. And so you'll have to come and sit in my home all day. My second question is, would it not be a better definition of you, E-I-U-D-O, I think you meant E-U-D-O-O, could be this. Udo, to me, would be an eyewitnessing not only to the accident, but an eyewitness who is in the very accident. Hopefully I'm stating this correctly. I'll have to think about that. With much tender agape to you, my precious under shepherd, shalom and Shabbat. Ricky Jenkins in Oklahoma City. We love you, Rick. Just keep on writing. Keep watching. Then Jenny Moody, she works about 3 jobs. She can't show up all the time. Really liked last night's teaching. I am still with you in spirit, and hopefully I can start coming back on Sunday mornings again. Been going through some rough times lately. The info on the cockcrow was fascinating. I love learning tidbits like that. That is the stuff you can wow the know-it-all, got it all figured out, blind to the truth crowd. That's fun. She's got know-it-all, got it all figured out, blind to the truth crowd. That's all one adjective. Hope you and Mary are in good health. Just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate your devotion to your flock. Thank you, Jenny. I love you. And your steadfast determination to tell everybody the truth within the scriptures, like the housekeeper said in the movie, the help, you are kind, you are smart, and you are important to all of us. Agape and Phil. Jenny Moody. Thank you, Jenny. We love you very much. And then Jeff and Carolyn Fleming over in Charlotte, North Carolina. They were here for the picnic. Pastor Jim, Carolyn and I really enjoyed seeing everyone at the picnic. Thank you so much for teaching the truth. With all the lying going on, it is so refreshing to hear the truth. We love you for doing it. We were studying with the live message on Sunday night when we came across a couple of comments in my study Bible that we both found humorous. I thought I would share them with you. I have a Thomas Nelson KJV study Bible. Well, that's the Southern Baptist Study Bible is what it is. Thomas Nelson was a Southern Baptist company. Sometimes the comments are pretty good. Other times, well, let's just say they're out in the woods. 2 comments in particular caught my attention. Matthew 24:45, the footnote on meat in due season read, food at the right time. Hebrews 9, of course, Jesus had to have a meat to eat of that you know not of. It's to do the will of the Father. And then Hebrews 9 and 10, the footnote on which stood only in meats, read concerned only with foods. Okay. We had a good laugh over both of these comments. Thank you so much for being a great teacher. We really need it. Agape and Flail, Jeff and Carolyn Fleming. We love you guys very much. They help us with the equipment. They're both electrical engineers, both college graduate electrical engineers, so they know a lot about that equipment back there, and they've helped us a lot on it. We appreciate y'all. And then Theodore Hancock, no address given. I think time is almost up, like I have heard you say many times. Solomon said there is nothing new under the sun. There used to be seeds in oranges and grapes, and I'm referring to what they are doing on the microscopic level. Not to mention CERN or the European Organization for Nuclear Research. I believe what Solomon said, so I don't know if it's Nimrod or the angels that left their first estate, but I think I have seen some evidence in different places, that man is trying to be God on his own. One last comment, DNA, show me where to look. I never heard how to use Strong's Concordance. I am sorry I made you mad a few years back. I don't remember that. Talking about color. Bless you, sir. Theodore Hancock. Well, to even start discussing the DNA series I did is like you get into the double helix and how many, I'd have to go back and review it, how many molecules are in that and what goes through the eight-sided entrance into the cell and out of the cell, and the mitochondria. Mitochondria is outside the center of the cell. It's outside the cell, and the mitochondria comes from the mother. Anybody has mitochondrial disease, it's a disease that's passed from the mother. Well, the instructions come from the mitochondria, go into the center of the cell, give the instructions to the double helix, and that sends signals to this is a really amazing thing. It sends signals throughout the body, so each one of the cells, you are burning cells at all times. They're little bitty tiny explosions in your cell structure, so that as your cell burns up and as it's eliminated through various elimination processes, the signal goes from the cell. It's called what was that called? I asked a doctor, I said, have you ever heard of apoptosis? Yeah. I said, you ever heard of apoptosis? And he said no. I said, that's the cell crying out to either to the brain or to where the signal emanates from, send us more fire. I said, our literal bodies have to die daily and go through the fire every day in the cells through this thing called apoptosis. And he said, I've never heard that. This was an orthopedic surgeon. I asked him. He said, I never heard of it. So just shows you that doctors don't know everything. And I thought it was very interesting that our bodies have to go through the same thing the church has to go through. I got all these. I can never think of apoptosis every time I preached on it for months. And Mike has to be there. He's got a better memory than me. Now, I got these phone calls. Got a phone call from April Birch. She's in Chicago. She said, I'm stuck on baptism. I need to know something about it, more about it. Charles Van Horn called from Norman, Oklahoma, and he wants some newsletters and some of these tracts. Emmanuel Barrows called from Oklahoma City. Rob Davis called to see if all is well. He's down in Cedar Park, Texas, outside of Austin. Pat Johnson called from a phone number, and I don't have any address. Constance Harris called. She's got a granddaughter that's in a lot of drug trouble. Stan Martin in Fort Worth called. You guys back there, do y'all know if we were off the TV in Fort Worth for a couple of nights, or do you know?
No, did not know that.
Huh?
No. We'll have to
Need to have Dave call them.
Dave can call him.
Milton Mack called from Chicago. Jerry Lawrence from Washington, D.C. Johnny Kirk from North Carolina. Cheryl Hilvers called me from Cincinnati. She's going through some hard times. Have you talked to her?
Yes, sir. I talked to her yesterday.
She really needs our prayers and our help. Sandy Doyle, I got a letter from Sandy Doyle. This is the Doyle family up in Wisconsin. Just a short note to say hi. Hope you both are doing well. I'm so grateful for your teaching. Every time we listen to one of your teachings, it gives my family and me a lot to talk about. Hope to see you both sometime. Agape and Flail, Sandy Doyle. Use the money for whatever you need. Thank you, Sandy. We appreciate you and love you. Love all the guys and the girls too. They got 5 boys and 5 guys and 1 girl, and they're all grown, and they all got 3 and 4 kids apiece. So they get together, and there's 30 something or 40 something watching the DVDs on Sunday. It's a big congregation. I can't read that. That's too long. Margie Charlton over in Roanoke, Virginia. She's one of our faithful viewers along with the class over there. And Margie and gang, we love you guys. Dear Jim and Mary, hope this note will find you doing well. Thanks for sending me the names that I asked for when I visited with the church family. Our group is doing well. We love coming together and getting the truth. May God continue to bless you, Jim and Mary, for the work that all of you are doing. Agape, Margie. We heard that Myra Hogan may have passed away. I'm not sure. She's over there in that area. But I'm not. Her son called me here a couple of weeks ago, and I've been trying to get a hold of him. He said his mother didn't have any time to live. They didn't give her the night, and so she may have left us till we can see her again. That'll be enough reading. I can't read all these. All right. Okay. I wish I could read all these, but I just can't. I got all these that I just, if I could read them, I would. We would be here half the night. All right. Let me give you our announcements. We're on TV in Nashville every night at 8:30 on Comcast. That's every night on Comcast. And at 8:30, channel 49. And then we're on Sunday morning for 2 telecasts, starting at 9, I guess it is, until 10:30 and 10:30 to 12. And then we're on Sunday night. We're on Wednesday night twice, so we're telecasting right now. And you can watch us just any night of the week if you've got Comcast. We're also on Channel 3 in Hendersonville at 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoon and Thursday night at 7. Give you our special announcements for our needy and our missionaries. We support the needy people, the needy believers. We've got needy believers that come here. And we've got a bunch of them out there across the country. If you want to support these people who don't make enough to live on, some of them make, two guys make around $480 a month, $450, something like that. And then and they're not begging for money. None of these people do. I had to find out they were in need. And these people need your help. If you want to support them, send your check, make it to Grace and Truth, and put needy on the bottom of your check. We also are supporting Scott and Delilah, our missionaries, and they are meeting every Tuesday night here in the Grace and Truth building. And if you want to come and join in, you're welcome to come, 7 o'clock, and on Tuesday night. And they need your help, your support. We pray you'll keep supporting them. We're going to try everything we can to reach out to the Spanish-speaking people of wherever they are in the world, because we're taping them on the internet, and they are reaching out to Spanish-speaking people. Scott teaches in Spanish the things that we believe here. All right. Don't forget our chili cookout. That'll be here before you know it. That'll be in October the 14th. And we'll be here in Hendersonville, down here at Rockland Recreation Center. Come and join us. All right. Well, let's go to the Lord in prayer. And Scott, you want to pray for us?
Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you, Father, for this time together to come in, to open up your word. Pray, Lord, that you bless Pastor Jim with the words we need to hear, to edify us, Lord, in this truth. Thank you for Pastor Jim and Mary. Help us, Lord, to grow in understanding, in knowledge. Give us the strength we need, Father, to endure this narrow way. Help us to honor and glorify you in all that we do. In Jesus' name.
All right.
It's your shirt.
Huh?